Dakota, come. Come here, right here. Just lay down. Good dog. Good dog. Good girl. Yeah, stay there. Stay there. Good dog. Good girl. Stay. All right. I'm Ryan Crouser.
I'm Anna Hall.
I'm Allie Wilson, and this is Road to TrackTown.
I'm Ryan Crouser. I throw the shot put and I represent Nike. So, come from a track and field family, so to say. I didn't realize that my family was as successful in the sport until maybe a slightly older age than people would think. Around 8th grade, I started to appreciate that my uncle had been an Olympian. Because I mean, growing up, you had heard that, but you didn't really like connect the Olympics on TV with, oh, my uncle's an Olympian. And then seeing that my uncles, both Dean and Brian, were NCAA champions while at Oregon. My dad was an alternate on the Olympic team. He placed 4th at the Olympic trials. So yeah, it was kind of once I got towards the later middle school years and early high school that I really appreciated the careers that they had had. I always had a good arm for throwing stuff, whether it was baseball, football. While I played football, I was a quarterback. And so I think some of it was just naturally I had a good arm and was good at throwing stuff. The other part is my dad really started me off with good fundamentals and focusing on technique over being big and strong. I had a successful high school career, a little bit of up and downs. I struggled with injuries a little bit. My junior year ended with a foot injury. My senior year ended with an adductor tear, and I actually came back from that after 6 weeks of no training and managed to set the high school national record. I also did well in school. I was valedictorian of my high school and then decided to go to the University of Texas, where after my visits, I felt like that's where I could excel and what aligned most with what I wanted to do in the classroom. I remember in the fall of 2015, when I was working on my master's, I was about done with track, just between the master's program and the way training was going. I had limited hours to train because the classwork was so demanding, and I was about to walk away from the sport. I stuck with it indoors, kind of like pulled it out of the nosedive, so to speak. Ended up having a successful indoor season, finished with the #2 mark in the world indoors, and that made me wanting to continue. Started to see a little bit of success, and then as soon as I finished with my master's program, it was like this weight was lifted. It wasn't until I was technically a professional athlete at a post-collegiate that I saw the light at the end of the tunnel of like, I can do this professionally. I started my professional track and field career in 2016. I actually missed my master's graduation to do my first professional track and field meet, which was actually Prefontaine at Hayward Field. So Fayetteville's been a great place for me to train. It's been a really good fit, training and coaching at the University of Arkansas. So, as well as being a professional thrower, I also am a volunteer coach with the throws group here. So came down to check on these guys, make sure they're staying out of trouble. I didn't tell them to do that. Beautiful day in Fayetteville today. For me, it's a hard throwing session. I flew in late last night from Texas Relays, so I'll have a little bit longer warm up today to kind of get the body back moving again, because sitting on those tiny airplanes like this for a couple hours gets the body kind of stiff. So we're gonna get after it, hopefully make the ball go far. Feet are probably one of the more undertrained, underutilized aspects. For me, being older in the sport, I'm 30 years old, and so I have to take into account the wear and tear on the body. I've seen different training environments, and the one thing that's been pretty consistent throughout my career is I've been self-coached. And so I feel like that has made it easier because it gives me flexibility. So at the end of the day, I'm pretty much 100% accountable for how things go.
Level shoulders, catch that ball far back. Execute, push there and not there. Be patient, patient.
I'm constantly talking to myself during throwing, during lifting, yeah, training in general.
That one was bad, really bad.
You have the mental thought process of what you want to do and the checklist of what you want to do this throw. Actually verbalizing it kind of brings it into reality in a sense.
There we go.
Last throw.
No. I have to take one more because I can't end with that. There we go. Fantastic throw. I just needed that 10 throws ago.
My proudest accomplishment is repeating as Olympic gold medalist in the Tokyo Olympics. When I first came out and won in 2016, I hadn't been in the sport for nearly as long. Shoot, I've been professional for 3 months at that point. So being on the professional scene and jumping through the pressure that comes with being the favorite to then win and surpass my Olympic record made winning in Tokyo one of the highlights of my career. So for April, in terms of training, it's still building a foundation. I have all my goals are in July and August and on to September. So right now it's really building the foundation, not worrying about how far the ball is going right now, working on the technique and my throws volume, trying to increase my work capacity as much as possible, as well as in the weight room. Coda, let's give them a tour. All right, so yeah, this is the shop. This is where I do most of my training. We've got old throws ring in the corner, really odd array of dumbbells, lifting rack, chalkboard, collection of flags, etc. A couple big checks, couple posters from NCAs. The Megan Clark wall. My bib wall, I have a bunch more I need to put up. I've got like 20 or 30 so odd bibs I need to hang up. Training journal right here. This is lifting stuff, October 24th to present. Coda, come here. You wanna get on the couch? Up, 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 up. Good girl. This is her one piece of furniture that she gets to be on. Oh, that's exciting stuff. She loves being up on the couch. Oh boy.
Face gets nice and red on those.
So indoor throw net right here, 3 different layers to it so I can actually throw the shot into it. Got a couple mirrors set up. I can see myself wind, I can see the footwork, I can see the movement, and then I can turn and actually catch myself in this mirror and check the position. So I made the shot ring, made everything except for the toe board, and same thing with the lifting platform. Yeah, different stuff on the walls. Barcelona 92. Some of the kids in the neighborhood gave me, after I won World Champs this past year, they put a bunch of signs on the lawn, which was really cute. Winning my first World Championship and doing so setting a World Champs record at Hayward Field in front of what is as close to hometown as I'm gonna get was absolutely awesome. Hayward for me is a really special place. A lot of my firsts have come at Hayward Field. First state championship, first NCAA championship, first Olympic team, and first world record, first world championship. So a lot of firsts for me at Hayward Field. I'm really excited for this upcoming season. For the first time ever, I have a bye to the World Championships and I get to use it. So I can focus on throwing as far as possible and hopefully winning my second World Championship with the goal of also breaking the world record this outdoor season.
Big crappie. So there's a new species. Hey, you gotta stay down. You gotta stay down.